Hi my darlings, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hello, my name's Chrissy. I'm so pleased you could stop by. I'd love it if you would subscribe before you leave. To my OGs, don't forget to turn your notification bell on so YouTube can tell you every time I upload a video. Today is going to be a swatches video. At last it's got back to Tuesday and we're going to do some swatches. So if you'd like to see what I'm going to swatch, please continue to watch. I'm going to swatch you all of these ones I showed you in my haul from a few weeks ago. So I think the first thing we'll do is we'll try and go by brand. I'll start with the 3 palettes from Makeup Obsession. This one is basic, then we have Stun, and then we have the Spiritual Stars, which I found a little bit strange, if you can remember. These are £9 palettes and these are £16, so we've got quite a few to get through. So I would suggest grabbing a cuppa and getting some snacks, because we may be here for a little while. Some of the things you may have already seen already, and I do apologise, it's just that I haven't showed them yet. First one we're going to try is this Stun palette. Now these were only £4 odd by the time I had my discount off them. They are a cardboard palette. They've got 9 shades in. These are the colours. They're very pretty though. Look, it almost looks like a blush palette. You have a mirror and 9 shades, so those look really pretty. These are stunning. You've got some of your mattes up here, but as you can see further down my arm, they have got better and better. Look at this beautiful colour. That one is called 100%, and by God, it's definitely 100%. The colours are gorgeous. Next off is a palette called Basic. Very pretty, very travel friendly. This is quite similar as well, but there's just a few different shades in there. Nice. This is another beautiful palette. It's a little bit darker than the last one. You've got some more differences of shades, but how beautiful is that? That's really pretty. The shades are so vibrant. So you've got a mixture of sort of you've got satin, you've got like a sort of a satin, you've got some foils and some mattes. So that one is the Basic palette, but it is anything but basic. Next is one I wasn't actually sure about. It's the Spiritual Stars palette. You'll see what I mean now. It is almost like a sort of mishmash of things thrown together. That is the palette. I just couldn't decide whether I liked it or not. Okay, so I'm going to take it back, but you'll see why. These are some beautiful shades. Can you see how chunky this glitter is? This is bizarre. How chunky is that? That is the most chunkiest glitter I've ever seen from any Makeup Obsession, Revolution, anything out of this brand. But look at the colours. Surprisingly impressed. They swatch so nice. Like I said, I am a bit concerned about the glitter, and I'll show you why now. You know I like to keep my palettes really tidy. I'm a bit of a freak like that, but look what it's done. That is one swatch out of the glitter. So it is very, very loosely packed. It's beautiful though. If you don't like glitter, you're not going to like it. You may as well just scoop it out. But the rest of the colours are really, really pretty. Sticking with Makeup Obsession, and it is the Daydreamer palette. It's really pretty. It was just one of those when they sort of snuck out just before Christmas. No sort of advertisements or anything like that. It just happened. How beautiful. It's very girly, but looks very pastel, but after the last few swatches from Makeup Obsession, I would imagine it's going to be anything but tame. This is another lovely palette. It's very, very summery. I'm just wondering whether this one actually got left over from summer releases, but how pretty is that? Let me just bring you a little bit closer so you can see. Quite a few foils in this one, I will say, but very, very girly, very, very nice. I'm sort of getting a little bit spoilt for choice, if you want the honest truth. This is the Glitz Up Shadow Palette. I'm sure it's part of the Glamour range. Look how beautiful that palette is. It does smell really strong of glue though. Right, this is a pretty little palette. I love it. I hope I'm going to like the swatches. Look at those. How beautiful are those? This is an absolute gorgeous palette. But out of 9 shades you have got 2 pressed glitters. They're very nice pressed glitters. They're very, very pretty. I managed to get it for quite a good price as well. It's a lovely one for your bag. The packaging is beautiful. The inside is beautiful. I can't really say a lot bad about it. If anything, there's one matte. That is my sort of only gripe really. There's just the one matte, so you're sort of stuck really with what to do with it. But as an additional palette, it's beautiful. Really, really pretty. I do like that. You know, I like a bit of sparkle. I'll go on to, let's look, XxRevolution now. I've got these 2 palettes. It's going to be a 1. This one is not so bad. These are very, very much like the Morphe palettes, but these are huge. Now, I wasn't going to buy this, and in fairness, I don't actually know why I've brought it. Well, I do, because I'm just totally obsessed with buying makeup and I've just got no shame and self-control. But there's nothing that I haven't got anywhere else here, but I will swatch them for you. I would have actually sold this, but I may as well swatch them. I bought it now, so I will swatch them and we'll have a little look at the true colours. 37 shades here. Now, if you like pinks and sort of a nice, normal, everyday makeup, this would be fantastic for you. They go on very nicely. There is mattes in there. There is quite a few. You can obviously see where I've got a few sort of gaps where there is actually colour, but it's very, very close to my skin colour. To me, this would be an amazing first palette for the person who likes these colours, because I don't think it's very expensive, especially in the sale, but they went on really nice. Can you see again that silver? I don't know what it is with Revolution, on any of the brands, their silver is absolutely stunning. It's so bright and it lasts for so long. But you've got this gold here as well. There is so many different beautiful shades in that. I love it, and I do love this packaging, all this sort of pastel. It's almost like unicorny type of colours, how they depict unicorn. But then you've got the moon, the sun, the stars. It is really pretty. So that is from XxRevolution. Now on to the next one, which is going to be a pain in the butt. I'll be quite honest. I'm going to show you the palette first. This is the XxSpectrum palette. It is huge. It's I would say it's around the same size as the James Charles palette, but we won't talk about that. We won't mention that because it's rubbish. This is very similar to what I've just swatched, in all fairness. You could almost sort of do 2 halves of this. You can sort of do here and here, but it is very, very similar. There's a lot of similar colours in here as well. Are you ready, guys? This was crazy. So I don't actually know where to, oh, that's where to start. So you've got so many colours that are similar. There's really no need. Those are the first 3 rows of the smaller colours. Then you've got the 6 in the middle. Then you have got the next and last 3 rows. But like I say, there is so many similar shades. They could have probably halved. Definitely they could have halved this palette and it still would have been nice. Don't get me wrong, they swatch very nicely. But and if you're buying for a person who hasn't got any makeup, it's great first palette. Like I say, the formulation is nice. There is quite a bit of staining going on, as you can see, so that is something to consider as well. Obviously an eye primer is a must, come what may, but this just goes to show that even the better brand from Revolution will still stain. I think what I'm going to do for next week, I think I'm going to do all of the chocolate gift sets and do them in one. So we've got all chocolates, small and large, and even the lip colours as well. I think I'm just going to dedicate that one to High Art Revolution chocolate gift sets. I think that's the easiest way for me to do, because there's so many here. I don't want to get you confused, so I think that it might be easier as well. I can categorise it properly then when I'm putting it in a playlist too. But on High Art Revolution, I will show you this one. What I'm going to do with this one, I'm going to show you this one and the old one. So this one is called the High Art Revolution Party Pooches. So it's beautiful shades, it's fun, it's young, and this is inside. They are, by the looks of it, mainly shimmers. Now I have got the Pooches palette and I'm going to show you what they're like. This is the colour scheme. Now when I swatched it, I wasn't impressed at all, but swatched it again and it was a lot better. So those are the two together. They look very calm and very sort of uninteresting, but let's have a little look. The first one was Revo Pooches, and it's literally the same sort of thing. They're just in party wear instead. They've just updated the mould of the palette. Right, my darlings, this is the Party Pooches. There's not a lot of mattes. What I will say is the foils are really powdery. I'm just absolutely covered in dust from the foils, which I found really strange. So whether that will sort of flake off on your eyes, I don't know. I have re-swatched the other one, the Revo Pooches, and I'm having the same issue with these as well. Can you see, like this here, how it's sort of flaking off, and it's only with the foils. So that is the Revo Pooches and that is the Party Pooches. It's just too cool for me. Those are definitely too cool. I'd wear them, but I think I'm going to have to start sort of sticking to a certain sister brand of Revolution and not buy every single item that they release. It will also save me a ton of money as well. but there is some nice shades in there, but like I say, there's not many mattes, and I found the foils a little bit powdery. I've really not come across that much before. The last two palettes I'm going to show you are a little bit old, but they're new to me, and it is the Nightmare Before Christmas, and it's the Sally and Jack palette. So those are the last two ones I'm going to do for you today. So this one is the Jack palette. No mirror, but double-sided, and I think these, I'm not sure whether these are in the sale. Whatever price there is, I will put down on the screen for you anyway. So this is the Jack palette, and for a dark palette, it is beautiful. I love those greens. I didn't think I was going to like this as much as I actually do. It's a few similar shades, but on the whole, I love it. It is really, really pretty. I think Makeup Revolution have done a better job with this than the High Art Revolution with the Disney princesses. I think it feels so much better, because what it performs like is a different matter, but they feel a lot better. So that one is the Jack palette, and now on to the one I'm most excited about, which is the Sally palette. That is the palette, and let's get swatching on that. Gorgeous. And finally, my darlings, this is the Sally palette. These are far more to my taste. They are beautiful. They're really pretty. I keep on seeing these greens though. I keep on sort of gravitating towards greens. I don't know what it is about them just lately. So that is just a double palette of sheer bliss. I can't actually say anything swatched badly. I mean, as I always say, you might see gaps where the colours are the same sort of colour as my skin, but that's nothing to do with how they've gone on my skin. That's literally, it's just the same colour. So yeah, they are beautiful. I didn't find the foils bitty in this one either, so I don't know whether it's just the High Art Revolution formulation. When I do the chocolate palettes next week, I'll keep that in mind just so we can see whether it's just something that they do. So my darlings, if you have enjoyed my little Revolution swatching, please don't forget to leave us a thumbs up. That would be amazing. And if you haven't already and you do like my channel, please consider subscribing. I will be back on Christmas Eve with a Christmas look, so until then, please take care of yourselves and stay safe. Love you loads. Bye.